Stop what you're doing right now, because if you were born before 1961, what I'm about to tell you could mean £562, or even thousands more, going directly into your pocket. Yes, this is real. Yes, this is official. And yes, it could apply to you or someone you love. The Department for Work and Pensions, the DWP, has just confirmed a major pension payment correction that could change the financial situation for millions of pensioners across the UK. And let me be crystal clear from the start. This is not clickbait, not a rumor, and not speculation. This is officially confirmed by the government. But if you don't stay with me until the very end of this video, you might miss out on money that you've been owed for years, maybe even decades. This video could be the difference between struggling through retirement and finally getting the financial relief you deserve. Welcome to Pensioners Power, your trusted source for everything you need to know about pensions, retirement planning, and financial wellness. Here, we cover the latest news, expert insights, and essential updates to help you maximize your retirement years. Whether it's understanding pension schemes, making the most of your savings, or staying informed about financial changes, you're in the right place. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. So, what exactly is happening? The DWP has discovered serious, long-standing errors in the way state pensions have been calculated for people born before 1961. This group of pensioners is on the old state pension system, not the newer one introduced in 2016. And this difference matters because the old system has different rules, different entitlements, and more complexity. And complexity, sadly, often leads to mistakes. And that's exactly what's been happening. Systematic underpayments. Not for a handful of people, not for a few hundred. We're talking about tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of pensioners who've been underpaid for years. And now, the DWP is finally correcting these mistakes. Let's break this down. The groups most affected include married women and widows under old pension rules. A married woman should have had her pension topped up to 60% of her husband's basic pension if it was higher than her own, and widows should have inherited much more of their husband's pension when he passed away. But in many cases, these uplifts never happened. Women were left struggling on lower pensions for decades. Those who deferred their pension, if you delayed claiming your pension, you were promised a higher weekly payment later, or even a lump sum. But shockingly, many people who deferred never received the correct increase when they eventually claimed. People over 80 when you hit your 80th birthday, the rules say you're entitled to an age addition, a small but important weekly boost. But again, in countless cases, this automatic increase was never applied. Category D pensions. These are pensions for people over 80 who don't qualify based on contributions. Some should have received increases, but didn't. Now, let's pause for a moment. Think about this. Imagine working your whole life, paying your national insurance, doing everything right, and then being told in your 70SE or 80S that you've been shortchanged year after year. That's what's been happening to ordinary pensioners across the UK. And for many, this isn't just about money. It's about the opportunities they missed, the heating bills they struggled to pay, the food they went without because of errors that should never have happened. So, where does the £562 figure come in? This amount represents a typical annual underpayment for some groups of pensioners. But here's the real kicker. If you've been underpaid that amount every year for 5 years, you're owed around £2,800 plus interest. If it's been going on for 10 years, that's £5,600. And the DWP has admitted that the average underpayment identified so far is around £5,000. But in some cases, people have been owed tens of thousands of pounds. This isn't a government bonus. This isn't a new benefit. This is money that should have been in your pocket all along. It's money you earned, money you're legally entitled to. The DWP began reviewing pension records back in 2021. They're calling it a correction exercise. But let me tell you, it's huge. There are hundreds of thousands of pension records to go through, and the review will take years to complete. That means even if you are owed money, you might not get contacted for months, maybe even years. And that's why I'm urging, don't wait. Don't sit back and hope your letter arrives. Take action yourself. Here's exactly what you should do. Look at your personal situation. Were you married after pension age? Did your husband receive a full basic pension? Did your pension increase to 60% of his? If not, red flag. Were you widowed? Did your pension increase significantly when your spouse passed away? If not, another red flag. Did you defer your pension? Did you actually receive the right uplift when you finally claimed? Did you turn 80? Did you see your pension go up by around 25p per week, the age addition? If not, you may be owed money. Gather documents, pension statements, marriage or civil partnership certificates, spouse's death certificate if widowed, national insurance records, any letters you've had from the DWP. Contact the pension service directly. Don't wait for them to find you. Call or write to them and explain your situation. Ask for a full pension review. And let me stress, you have every right to ask. This isn't begging. This isn't a favor. This is demanding that the government corrects mistakes that never should have happened. Let's make this real. Imagine a widow who lost her husband in the 1990s. She never knew she was entitled to inherit part of his pension. For 20 years, she scraped by on £90 a week when she should have been receiving £150. That's tens of thousands of pounds lost. Or imagine a man who deferred his pension for 5 years, expecting a nice boost when he finally claimed. Instead, he got only a fraction of what he was owed, and no one told him. Or picture someone turning 80, a milestone birthday. They should have had that age addition applied, but it wasn't. Week after week, year after year, the money never arrived. These aren't small mistakes. These are errors that have shaped people's lives, forced them into hardship, and robbed them of the comfort they deserved in retirement. And now, at last, the DWP is admitting fault. But the responsibility is still on you to make sure you get what's yours. Why is this so urgent? Because the cost of living has never been higher. Energy bills, food prices, council tax, everything is going up. Pensioners across the UK are already struggling to make ends meet. That's why these payments matter. Because for many, an extra £562 a year isn't just nice to have, it's the difference between heating and eating. It's the difference between stress and security. And remember, for some, this isn't just £562. It's thousands in back payments. Thank you for watching Pensioners Power. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next video with more insights on the issues that affect the UK. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest updates.